Hey guys, welcome back. We've got a Saga battle report here, and it's from an Age of the Wolf campaign, which we've just started down at the club, just to keep our Saga players amused. And I'm going to try out the Bretons for this. And we started off, and my warlord has got the Quarrelsome and the Far Travel trait. So, which means Quarrelsome means no one can ally with me, and the Far Travel means I can roll on a different table in the Fate phase. What else do you need to know? My army. I'll show you the roster at the end, so you can see what my army's made of. The idea of my campaign is to gather gold. It's the Dragon's Hoard is my motivation. And the special rule for my warlord is the penny, which means in my opponent's first turn he only generates a third of his dice rounding up, and in his second turn he only generates half the dice rounding up. This game I'm up against the Anglo-Danes, and Anglo-Dane player decided to use a named character because no one else did, just to see what it would be like, and he has Knut, and we'll see how it goes. So I was raiding my opponent. My opponent was campaigning elsewhere, and we rolled up for the scenario, and the scenario ended up being the ambush scenario. So there's a road down the centre, the shrubbery on the left and right of that is just denoting the road. It doesn't have any impact on cover or anything like that. My opponent then places his guys down on the road, and then my guys either have to be in terrain and over L away or outside of line of sight and set up. And the game is going to be played at 3 points, I believe, because my Knut is learned and has, I think it's Warcrafty. It's one of them which basically allows you to pick the points of the game being played. So I'll just see his force. So yeah, he went for 3 points, so he's got a unit of 8 Hearthguard for obviously 2 points, and he has Knut himself, and who's an extra point. He decided to mount Knut as well, or King Knut. Obviously to make a quick getaway. I didn't really catch on to this, but if the warlord escapes, the mission for this is for the defender or the ambush to escape off the table. If the warlord escapes, they automatically win, but the game is still played until the scenario itself plays out, so I can do as much damage as I can to him. And here's a unit of my Hearthguard with spears, and behind them the warlord. And I said he has the penny special rule for his abilities. I can't remember how Knut has here of the Viking Age and all his special rules anyway. He just gets some other ones given to him, which are his traits. I have another unit of Hearthguard behind the trees here as your ambush. And a unit of mounted warriors behind the hill. So for the first turn, this is how my board looked. It was going to be pretty basic. I was just going to run up with my warriors and throw some javelins. And then in the order's reaction phase, I was going to move all my mounted guys to get them into a better position. I decided to run up with my warriors and throw javelins at his Hearthguard just because it does damage. I didn't see there was much point in throwing at Knut because he's got a better armor, which I thought to begin with, but obviously he's mounted, so his armor goes down by 1 anyway. But he's got the resilience and the ability to pass on wounds, so whatever happens, the most damage is going to be done to the Hearthguard. And also I didn't bother charging in with anyone because, to be honest, his troops would fight better than me in the combat and cause me more damage. So I was going to play it safe for the first scenario and just do as much damage to my opponent as I could. So with the 2 rounds of shooting, I managed to kill off 3 of the Hearthguard. And my opponent's orders phase, I quickly scarpered, got everyone out of the way. I was tempted to move the unit on the left hand side there into blocking that getaway if he went north off the board as we're looking at it. But in the end he could have combo charged with his remaining Hearthguard and his warlord as well, and that would have just wiped out my unit for no gain at all. You can see my opponent there, he's got 2 battle boards. That's because he's using King Knut, which allows him to use both the Viking and the Anglo-Danish battle board. And realised things are going to go bad, King Knut goes for the easy win and quickly rides off to the north. His men trail to catch up. And with his final movement, because he's generating 4 Saga dice, 3 for being a hero of the Viking Age and 1 for the Hearthguard unit, and it was a third rounded up, so that he would have had 2. 2 dice. So with the 2 dice and his Warlord's push, he's managed to get that close to the table edge and his Warlord off. So he's won the game whatever happens now, so it's just up to me to do as much damage as I can, which is exactly what I do. As you can see, I'm not going to be activating very much. It's going to be 1 unit. It's going to go in and just do as much damage as it possibly can. And with my first volley, I do okay. And with the final volley, I was unable to kill the last chap there. So he manages to escape with one of his guys. So afterwards we work out our casualties. Basically you suffer 1 casualty for every 4 men you lose, remembering it's all rounded up. Hearthguard count as losing 1 less men, so it does make a difference in some circumstances. So I didn't lose anything, my opponent lost 2 Hearthguard. And afterwards you get a chance to do some recruiting. So I recruited and gained an extra Hearthguard to my first unit. I then rolled on the instead of rolling on the fate table, I believe I rolled on the far traveller table and just ended up with +1 reputation. So at the moment I'm really struggling. I'm over at power 11, and not much has changed for my warband. I didn't win the scenario, so I didn't get a campaign point, and also because I didn't win my scenario, I didn't gain any wealth. When you raid, you gain wealth. When you campaign, you gain land, and when you defend a battle, you gain reputation. So that's it for now, and we'll keep you coming with these. I know I've got another one up against Anglo-Danes without a named character, and it's a scout mission, so that should be interesting. So until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Dawalas. Hey guys, well, as always I have a giveaway. I'm hoping to get to 793 subscribers, 793 being the start of the Viking Age, and for that I've been given, thanks to Britain Beast, SAGA rulebook, the original one, with 4 starter boards, which is the Welsh, Norman, Viking and Anglo-Danes. 2 lots of SAGA dice. I have the Christian faction dice and the Viking dice, and I had some spare plastic berserkers that I had made up for my original Vikings, and they're going in too. So if you're interested in getting these, once I reach 793 subscribers, I will put out the comment on my next video saying hail, and I want you to simply reply in the comment section with Ragnar. And then the first batch that get in there, I'll randomly roll, and one of you win. So it would be nice and easy, nothing too crazy. All I'm after is subscribers. The more subscribers I get, the more I can ask and chase up for some prizes, and hopefully to make things just a bit more exciting for you. So I hope that's good to you, and I'll see you next time. Dawalas.